Today it is all about false eyelashes, whether it's pieces, partials, or full sets. And I'm here with makeup expert Jasmine Duffy. So let's first of all define the first three. This is an individual, so what does that mean?
Basically it's not on a band. So there's individual little sprouts of lashes, so that you can place them wherever you want and wherever you need them.
And these are partials.
Partials essentially mean that they are a half lash. So generally you would use them on the outer half, outer third of the lash line.
Last but not least, a full set.
Which
is
evident.
A full set.
It's full set, so it'll go from inner to outer of your eye.
Great. So on Lily, I think we're just working with the pieces, is that correct?
Definitely.
Great, and tell me why pieces work best for her eyelash type.
With Lily, because there's a lot of sparseness to her lashes, there's not a lot of density, I want to make sure that it doesn't look artificial. So I find that I will have more control to fill in those blanks, those like empty spaces between her lashes with individual pieces. I prefer tweezers. I just find that you have more control.
Great.
With a set of tweezers. And so essentially what you want to do is you want to pick up the bundle. I dip it in glue.
And there's two types of glue. There's a dark tone and a white tone glue.
Definitely.
What's the difference?
Basically the white is supposed to dry clear, but there is a slight gloss to it.
Okay.
I prefer the black. It looks gray, but it dries black. I just find that that's more natural because most people will be wearing mascara.
And I notice that you don't use a ton of glue, it's just a little dab.
And I'm gonna press it basically into her lash line.
So right at the root with all the other ones, not on top of the eyelid anywhere.
You're gonna see where the glue is until it dries. If you were to give it a solid like 60 seconds. And then, because naturally, most people have more thickness on the outer edge, that's where you're gonna see me kind of building up. I prefer to do lashes after mascara has been done.
Okay.
The reason why, mascara tends to wanna really stick to the synthetic nature of lashes.
Okay.
And it can get really crazy really fast.
Okay.
Another big thing to do is to constantly look at yourself in the mirror, like after you put a few down, like look and be like, okay, so I need more here or I need more there, like just to kind of like gauge it out.
Right, so that it's more natural and less Halloween costume.
Definitely.
So on Laura, we're going to do partials. Why are partials best for her eyelash type?
Her lashes tend to be medium to longer, but they're more sparse. Because she has that beautiful like almond kind of stretched out eye, a partial will make a lot of thickness here and will emphasize that winged effect.
Oh, nice.
So it's just a nice effect on her eye shape. The actual lining, I'm going to run along the glue.
So you just drag it through.
Yeah, and so you'll see, because it's gray, you'll see the glue is completely covered on that backing. When you're doing these ones at home, you're gonna look in the mirror and tilt upward so you have accessibility to the actual lid while being able to see. And I like to go with partials from outer to inner. So you place them down and they very quickly just sit on the lash, and you're gonna see that I'm pushing the artificial lash on the outer corners. I just want it to hold it there for maybe, you know, like 10-20 seconds. I just want to make sure that the actual band doesn't bounce back. The good thing about not putting mascara on them is at the end of the night, you could technically take them off, and as long as you peel the glue back, you could use them again.
So for Ian, we're going to do the full set of eyelashes. Why does this set work best on her eyelash type?
I like the fact that she has a lot of curl, there's a lot of thickness.
Yeah.
So because of that thickness and curl, a full set will really mesh into her lash well.
Nice,
and it will
it'll
look natural.
natural.
Definitely. I'm going to be using a little bit more dramatic of a lash because I think that she can handle that. What you want to start out doing with a full, because they make these generically, they're not custom made for everyone's eye.
Sure.
Before you put glue on, you want to size it.
And make sure it doesn't extend past your own eye length.
Definitely. When you cut lashes, you always want to cut from the outer.
Okay.
Because most full sets have a shorter side, which would be this side.
And that's the part that goes in by your nose.
Definitely, and a longer side.
So the second step is to dip the whole backing in glue.
I tend to put a little bit more glue when it's a full strip. The actual, just by the nature of how they're displayed at a certain angle, and I never want it to pop back up.
Got it.
So again, I like to start from the outer when I'm placing and go inner.
And again, right next to that root.
Definitely. As close as you can get to the root. And this is, again, the time that you're going to want to hold them down, especially on the outer corners, because they're going to want to pop back up. It's just the nature of lashes. Because this one has a little bit more glue and a little bit more like weight to it, I would probably go a little bit longer.
90 seconds, 2 minutes?
Not even. I would say probably a full 60. And see how now you kind of can't tell where one starts and stops,
Yep.
and they kind of mesh together? That's why a full set would be perfect for her.
Fantastic.